Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Dr. Becky Insights. So glad to have you today. I'm going to talk about something that I think is a really powerful tool that can change your life. It's called positive noticing. I've seen this help my clients in so many ways, whether it's improving their intimate relationships, their work relationships, or improving their children's behavior. Positive noticing can really work. Not only that, it can improve your mood. So, you ready to hear about it? Let's dive right in. All relationships can be challenging at some time, as I'm sure you know. When relationships are hard, we tend to focus in on the mistakes or the things that we don't like and we point them out. In this technique, you have to do the opposite. Positive noticing is about focusing on the good things that they do and recognizing them for it. You have to hone in and focus on what you see that you do like. Let me give you one of my favorite examples. So you're at home, you're with the kids, it's a little chaotic. They're maybe been fighting, you're tired, you're drained, and it's been a challenge. Well, you just happen to notice that one of your children does something mean to the other child. So, of course, what do? We yell at them, we tell them not to do that. Well, later on, they do something nice. And what do? Most of the time, nothing. And that's really unfortunate because as we act that way by yelling, we're reinforcing a negative behavior. But when we say, hey, I'd noticed that you just shared something or you were really nice in helping your brother or sister, we are now reinforcing the positive behavior that we want to see continually. This is a powerful, powerful technique to be able to start focusing on just the positive and basically ignoring a lot of the little negatives. Of course, we don't ignore everything because there are some things that can cause harm and we have to intervene, especially with children. This technique works just the same for adults. Adults are just big kids after all, right? So maybe your partner stepped in and helped you with the housework, or your colleague took time to pitch in and help you with an assignment. Oftentimes, we just take these things for granted because they're our partners, they're our colleagues, it's what they're supposed to do. However, do we take time to correct them when we're not okay with their behavior? It is the human tendency to correct them instead of thank them. And recognizing and thanking them can help reinforce what they're doing and recognize that you truly do appreciate them. It's not like you're giving fake compliments. They're genuine because you really do appreciate when people help you. But for the first time, you're really noticing and letting them know. When you praise somebody's behavior, you're not only reinforcing their great behavior, you're also encouraging them to keep doing it. And it becomes like a cycle of positivity. They are more likely to do it because they know you're going to appreciate it and recognize them for it. But you know what I like best about this? Is it's not just changing them, it's changing you. It changed me when I started focusing on the positive things that they were doing instead of the negative. It was amazing that I could see things from such a wonderful standpoint. I felt better. So, in fact, it is a complete win win for everyone, especially when you see those relationships start to improve. I'm going to speak to some of you who are saying, well, I can't thank that person because if I've done the same thing 20 times and they do it one time, why should I thank them for the one time they do it? Well, here's my answer to that. Do you want them to do it again? Hmm. Well, if you want them to do it again, recognize it, appreciate it, notice it. You are more likely to have it happen again, whatever it might be. All right, so there's a couple points I want to add to this that I think is good to know. First of all, we don't recognize that oftentimes the individual doesn't even really know that that's what we want from them. So by acknowledging it, helps them understand that that's important to us. Another thing I want to point out is that oftentimes when somebody's helping, they may not do it the same way we do it. And it's really important not to go and correct what they're doing because that is a huge deterrent. When we're working on changing behaviors and reinforcing behaviors that we want to see again, we have to be very careful about that. All right, so now it's time to get to work. I recommend just setting a simple goal of maybe noticing one or two things, two or three things, whatever you feel like you can do each and every day. Something that maybe you would have normally said. Maybe it could be as simple as a person takes out the garbage every week and you don't thank them. So thank them for taking out the garbage every week. Whatever it is, take time to say thank you and to recognize their efforts and appreciate them for what they're doing. All right. I'm ready to see this work. Please give me a comment after you've tried this. I'm excited because I know it can transform lives and I want it to help you. Till we meet again, make sure that you're kind to yourself and the others around you. And of course, as always, remember you matter. So your mind matters. Thank you.